stream should be started. Let's see. Whoops, scrolled. And good. Yes, live sound off. Alrighty. Hopefully you guys can tell it's going to be an art stream. Let me make sure this isn't set up weird. Okay, good. Cool. So I have a few different things. Hello, Z. I have a few different things that I want to be working on. Highlight my message. That's awesome. Um. So yeah. Right. I still need to pick your brain about Streamlabs. But probably not right now. But I am glad to see somebody using the scales. Let me finish setting up because I got myself half set up because I was distracted. Alrighty. So as you can see, I have decapitated Abney. I'm going to be extending. Hello, second banana. Uh, I have decapitated my character momentarily as I give them a neck extension. That's the simplest way to put that. Alrighty. Because again, their neck in comparison to their tail was a lot shorter. Like it just I wasn't happy. So extending it. Alrighty. Starting with the actual color. Yeah, brain's fried due to sickness, but I'm down to help once I'm well again. Absolutely no worries, Z. I am pretty distracted as it is anyways. Alright, starting very simply with just getting it connected. To there. And make this bigger so I don't have to do as much. There we go. And now to make it look like it belongs. Which is definitely the hardest part. It's so lumpy and weird. So I honestly, this is just very rough anyways. But that's good enough from a distance, right? Yeah. Although this looks way too thick if I'm honest. I'll thin that up a tiny bit. Mostly this, I think. So do that. There we go. Cool. I don't have to mess with that, or that, or that. I have to mess with this, however. This is... I don't think I have to mess with the shading. No, I don't. Alright. It is this brush. And it's zippy. It's zippy? It's zippy. Okay. Alright. Oh, the music, of course. I am sorry. I was ready to go on in silence. What? Oh, I accidentally closed it. Reopen close tab. I have no clue if this is too loud. It's loud to me, so I'm gonna turn it down. And shuffle on. Go. How is this looking here? Uh, it's not working is what it's doing. Why are you broken? Why are you broken? Hmm. See it on my... Oh, well, I hear it, obviously. Hmm. That's weird. Let's try... Properties. Hang on. Ah! Success! I have figured it out. There should now be music coming through. Let me just make sure. Yes, that's back to where it was. No, it's this. There we go. Cool. Now, there should be music playing for you guys as well. And let me know if it's too loud or even too quiet. let's see. Way too small. Right, that's why I had it so big. I do a very light touch. Right, I have to also do this type of layer. There we go. Cool. Let's see. And then I need to modify line width. Okay, and then I need to delete these. Just did that. I think it's those that I need to delete. Perfect. And we just delete those and turn off the necklace. Okay, another thing I have to do is I have to get them to line up with this. Let me. There we go. That'll help. And I don't need those. I'll probably just need these. So let me delete. There we go. And then adjust line width. Like that. This one is too big. This one is bigger. There we go. And now I can adjust them. So I could try to get them. Let's try and get this a bit more. And add a control point. Because, right, I need it to go to at least here. Okay, I think I don't like listening to music where I can't know the lyrics because I don't know what it's saying. Not for a stream. Alrighty, let's see. I'm gonna delete that point. There we go. Go. Make it very much more gradual than this. There we go. And then I need to make those bigger. Doesn't need to be a perfect match, but a better match would be good. Let's see if I can adjust the line width. So, for example, how big is this? Let's use this as an example. So that's about 250. I'll try 200. Dun, dun, dun. Fix width 200. Okay, so yeah, 250. That's about correct. So I'm gonna reduce it just a smidge. There we go. And then just control point, move. Okay, so these need to go more like that. It's changed too much because of this. Yeah. Okay, so I can get rid of those two. So I can delete this control point and erase that. If I do full opacity now, and I do clip this color on top, right, it's not doing that because it's that type of, oh wait, shoot. Okay, clip that down. There we go. Let's change the color. Alrighty, let's see. Alright, now let's see. I think it's safe to do this now. Is this? Hang on. Oh, yeah, that's just that. Okay. And then I merged it down to this layer, so I just need to erase that. Which part of this will go away? It's that part. Okay. Then just transform this, trying to get it to fit. Like that. And then I can erase this. Correct these. And build them more upwards. How do I do that? I turn them, not warp. Now, reduce the volume by 20%. Okay. And that is, I don't know if that's 20%, but that should be better. Is that better? Also, probably didn't help that I was muttering to myself mostly. Let's see. Do that as well. There we go. Technically that trails off. I'm gonna manually do this. It's not gonna be perfect, but it doesn't need to be. Much better, yeah. Okay, cool, cool, cool. Yeah, sadly I can't perfectly hear how it will sound to you guys. I can hear some of what it will sound like, but it's just not enough. Let me round that out more. And then, honestly, I'm gonna erase this. I don't like how that one looks. Alright. And how does that look? It's a bit patchwork, but it looks good enough. Cool. That is kind of what this art is meant to be. Is it's supposed to just look good enough. There we go. And if I turn these back on, there we go. I'm much happier with that. Cool, cool, cool. Alright, that is Abney complete. Now some artwork that I own. Z, this is the Vey that I showed you before, the Veyron. It's mostly complete. I remember I went over what it was supposed to do. Right, clean up. I'm still cleaning up the Python. I currently have the striped off so that I can clean up the Python. Right. That back to white. Check why my music isn't playing. Why did you conclude? You're on autoplay shuffle. Okay. Alrighty. Okay. So let's see. This is very unpolished. I'm trying to figure out what I have and have not finished. So I know where to start and what style to replicate. This is incredibly incomplete. I'll start up here. Kind of rugged, but smooth. Make sure this doesn't look like it's cut off by a brush, but by choice. I am open to playlist ideas as well, as long as I can play it on YouTube, pretty much. Let's see. Yeah, that's in the gap there. Don't want it to be there. Alright, I'm just gonna go through and roughen up the edges so I don't try to follow them too smoothly. Ooh, that's way too much racing. Down, 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 down. Alrighty. Alright, I want a bigger and a smaller dot. Cool. Alright. Now I follow along and I fix this up until I am happy. And then I'll fix up the inner part to then suit that. Bit too smooth. How do I replicate my own style? Right, that's on the main. Ooh, is that? Yes, that's here. Okay. Let's see. Back to the Python, because that's my main focus. Okay. Then have these merge together a bit more. Might skip this one. I don't quite fully relate. It has a good beat, but I don't know. May just ignore it. Gonna be honest, that's why I listen to most songs is because of how they feel more than what they're saying. Same, yeah. Yeah, I'm very lucky in that I currently have a very stable relationship that I am very happy in. And it's pretty much my first relationship. Asterisk, technically. I don't really count the other one as an actual relationship. I was very young and we never went on a date. So I don't really count it because it's just like we never even broke up. Uh, Pretty sure he only agreed to quote unquote be dating so that his brother could continue to play games at our house as well. So, eh, just random streamer lore, that's all. Hmm, I like that being thicker. Oh my god, yeah. Just literal random lore. Mm, ah, that's why that's the what you call it, the flesh. Yeah. I actually even prefer music that doesn't have lyrics because lyrics usually just distract me from the beat. I kind of like that, just not as it is. There we go. So I don't find many people that agree with my opinion that music without lyrics is better. Camel by Camel, but Electro Dance, I am vibing. I love ones that have that electronic edge to them. Mm. Like I like all music, but these ones especially grab my brain and have me doing things, as in drawing, cleaning. These are the activators. Yep. Mm. Not as fond of this one. It's breaking itself too much. Next song. What is this? Wait, wrong thing. Most of the Monster Cat library is probably up your alley for this. I am playing in an NCS playlist. Matter of fact, the stream safe music. This is NCS, yeah. Which, for anybody who isn't familiar with it, it's a YouTube channel, NCS No Copyright Sounds. Essentially, copyright-free music for you to be able to play without worry for copyright. So that's why I am playing it. Uh, Sadly, still most of their songs have lyrics, so it's just like, but it is what it is. It still fits my purposes, and there's a lot of bangers. Alrighty. Nope, too far. If I wasn't going for specific shapes here, I'd be doing a challenge that I recently saw, which is to try and remove one of your usual art tools and see what you create without it, because it'll force you to learn and be creative. For example, one of the first examples they give was the undo. NCS is very cool. I play on stream a lot. It's called Stream Beats, but I'm unsure if they're also on YouTube. No worries. But currently I'm obviously using undo because I want to get very precise lines because these are markings. My throat gave out. My voice gave out. That's the words. Um, and then the one that they did in the video that I was watching was they just refused to use the eyedropper tool, which I have a hotkey for. It's this button. So I'd have to stop myself from using that, which would be interesting. Maybe remap it, but now let's fill it in, see how that looks, see if I like it. But again, I'm sadly using very precise colors here, so I can't do one of those challenges. But it's an interesting thought. Maybe on a more personal piece, or ooh, yeah, actually, I am doing. Let me save this. There we go. I am doing a few pieces of art here, so I could try it with that. That's very cool. Yeah, the art challenge. Yeah, it's something that I do want to give a go because Abney was also kind of a challenge of not caring as much that I got it exactly perfect, all fleshed out. I finished the art piece to the extent that I wanted, the extent that was needed, which was, hey, you can identify what's going on. That's too smooth. So that's why I still wanted to fix the neck because it was too incomplete for me. Okay. Forcing myself to break the shape that it currently has. Okay. Do I feel like wrap right now? I don't mind it right now. Mm. Am I happy with that? Not quite. It's a bit too rough and irregular. Let me smooth it out. There we go. Hello, Abadir. Welcome to the stream. Currently, I am just catching up on a lot of art that I honestly kind of owe people. I started off with Abney, fixing their neck a bit. What am I looking for? I'm looking for this. So I can fix that. Yep. There we go. That's fine. Oops. I think doing an art. I think I once did an art piece with only one layer. It was a lot to keep track of and a lot of redrawing things. But I am happy with how that piece came out, though it's a lot darker than I expected. What am I arting? I am arting this beast. Currently focusing on the marking called Python, which is what I'm turning on and off right now. And I might futz with the mane and tail colors in a bit as well. Alright. Ooh, I did not select the right color. There we go. Okay. And what you're seeing me do right now is force myself to break the shape by including other things that I kind of semi have to include. These look complete, but over here is rougher, or smoother rather. Holy hell, thank you! I am very happy with how it looks so far. I want it to kind of go that way. I'm gonna do that. Yeah, I like that shape instantly more. Okay. Mm, let's see. There we go. All right. So currently I'm making the edges look less perfect, essentially. That's kind of what this is. Making it look more natural, which might be helped if I do that. There we go. That's just a bunch of little minor tweaking. Let's see. Definitely not keeping that as it is, but I will push into here more. Let's see. Okay, that's what I thought. Just wasn't erasing for a moment there, and I was really confused because I just wasn't pushing hard enough, close enough. Let's see. Oh. And now I have to incorporate the remnants. Let's see. There we go. Let's see. Let's push that closer. There we go. Let's see. Alrighty. And also, Abadir, in case you're still here, I am also taking song or playlist requests so long as they can be found on YouTube, because that's currently the thing I'm kind of using to play my music, or at least so long as it could be on a browser with, no, just YouTube, because there's a family plan going on preventing ads from showing up, so yeah. Let's cut into there. There we go. Just let me know. There we go. Yeah, just essentially let me know if you're interested in sharing a song or something like that. I'm happy with that. This. I want this to go in like that. More. There we go. piece is completely
Abada
unpolished.
just
and
entered the
smooth.
nest.
Alright, I'm gonna turn off the Oriental. There we go. Much easier to see. Let's see. Oh, it's just missing stuff in the center there. There we go. Ah. I like the idea of following that a bit. There we go. Nah. Love. Ah, crap. There we go. For some reason, my stylus occasionally double clicks. I'm glad that everybody is vibing and enjoying the music. Honestly, great to hear. Ooh, this is where I can do a little inclusion. There we go. Kind of want it more like that. Hmm. There we go. Ooh, this sounds... no, it's not exactly what I was hoping for. Hmm. I don't feel like this so soon after the other one. Where's the mouse? There it is. There we go. Great music, by the way. Thank you. Wasn't this what we just were listening to? This is what we were just listening to. What are you doing? Your shuffle is on. This is like what we started it on, huh? Skip. No. Okay, there we go. Alright, let's see. I need to zoom out a bit more. Okay. Alrighty, back to the Python outline. Ah, tossed my pen. Hang on, I gotta share my stream link. Copy and send this to somebody because this is their thing that I'm. Nah, it's fine. It's fine. Let's see. Let's see. Okay. Okay, I want that thin, not that thin. Let's see. Let's try that. Yes, yes, I like that. Alrighty, this is a bit too smooth on the outside and too rough on the inside. Let's try to get that better feeling. Yes, that's just a random loop there. Okay. Yes, yes, yes. Smooth this out just a bit. Yeah. Cool. Cool, cool. Ooh. I like this one. Let's see if it continues. Sometimes the opening is a banger and then it just fades into something that's just like, ah, it's not what I wanted. Hmm, not quite what I wanted, but not bad. No, I like this. Yeah, I liked it like that. Hmm. I just want it to curve just a bit more into each other. There we go. Hmm. Leaning just a bit too hard into the noises, I think. And now suddenly lyrics. Hmm. Yeah, no. Sadly, they lost me. Oop, wrong tab. Pity. And then I think that's more polished, but this is very not. This is especially not polished. Look at that big, bold, chunky outline. Alright, it's time to start chopping it up. There we go. Let's see. Alright, gotta zoom in for this tinier one. And that dot there. Ghost turned my PS3 on. Oh. Uh-oh. I guess they're telling you to play a game to appease them. You better get to it. Honestly, imagine being haunted by a gamer. That would be. I'm gonna be honest. If I am a ghost, I would troll people so much. It would be so funny, I think. Why is this guy saying he can't slow down, but he has to slow down? Like, what is this song about? I just tuned into, I just realized the lyrics I've been listening to. I'm like, what is going on? What is the story? Like, huh? Huh? Don't get it. And that is why I don't pay attention to the lyrics. Hmm. It's about speed. That's what it seems like. The reason I turned it off was to have dinner. The ghost does not realize that you need sustenance to be able to continue the epic gaming. Yep, I skipped that song. I'm gonna be honest, like at least 50% of the reason why I have music even on my stream is purely because I will just fall into random silence when drawing. So I make sure that it's not just dead silent as I finagle just no, hang on. Trying to just undo until it works. Besides, okay. Besides the fact I literally played all day today. Yeah, they just don't go. I don't think the ghosts understand we need rest. Mm, mm, I don't like how this one looks. Mm. If you're wearing headsets, that went from right to left to right to left. I don't like how smooth you are. Wrong thing. This one. We start getting a feel for how this looks currently. Mm. Jagged, but that's fine for now. Uh, there we go. Alright, now to fix this one. Let me make sure that none of the Python has gone out of. Uh-oh. Okay. I'm fine there. Am I fine over here? Just about. Okay. Cool, cool, cool. Yeah, being haunted by a gamer would be best. Well, I think it does depend on the type of gamer. That is the only downside is that you would have to get like, for example, do you want to be haunted by a League player? Sorry, I'm laughing too much at it because that was just the first one I could think of. Okay, okay. Alrighty. Imagine being haunted by a helpful ghost that's just like, why aren't you taking care of yourself rather than trying to bully you into gaming more. I think he doesn't backseat games and I'm fine with it. Yeah, yeah, that's definitely like the biggest issue. Alrighty, let's see how this looks from a distance. Save. Okay. From a distance, I already see ones that I want to change, so I'm going to circle them. Let's see. This one, smooth. This one, thin. This one, same problem. Anything else sticking out to me? Yeah, this one is also pretty thin. As is this spot specifically. Okay. Prefer to be reminded to drink. No helpful ghost, no thank you. I prefer not to be reminded to drink every 10 to 20 minutes. I don't know. I might actually need that. I'll ignore them like half the time and it'll work out. Alrighty. This one needs to be roughed up more, but I need to make sure not to make it too thin. How about I have an idea. Make it way too crazy. But not at crazy. Okay, there we go. That's some character I can work with. What I did is I literally pushed my hand all the way to the end of my thing and then pressed hard so that then it flopped all over the place. Ooh, right. Z, if you're here, I want to tell you the fact that one of the things on my list for today, if I finish all the other things, is a little PNG tuber. Ah, Racer is huge. Let my hand. There we go. Does not make the most natural patterns. No, no, it does not. But it does make more random patterns that I can then smooth out. Oh wait, that does make reading comprehension 0. But yeah. And then I can just cause it to look less chaotic, more coherent. Like right here, I don't need that bump. Here, I want to exaggerate. Remember to not make it too smooth. That's a note to myself from myself. Thank you very much, me. Let's see. Any spots that seem like they might be in trouble if I zoom out? Could be a bit thicker overall, but that's good. Let's see if I can adjust the line width, thicken just a tiny bit. That's better. Okay, cool. I think I am done with the Python back here. Let me make sure. Okay. Right there immediately, I want to... Not what I wanted. Less rounded off. Okay. I'm Picking this one up a bit. Probably it was right around here. I think that's where the main problem issue was. This overall seemed really thin, so currently only watching the stream. My parents are here. Ooh. Gasp, Heisey. Yeah! Hang on. I need to type a message real quick in chat for Z. If I finish all my land art, I will be working on that were smiley but spaced out so that Twitch doesn't screw it up. Let's see. That looked fine. This, however, could use some. And then this one, it was specifically this edge I didn't like. Cool. Delete that. And fix up. Yeah, because it's very jagged and janky. Actually, I'll open this up as well. There we go. Let's see. Add a corner here. When in doubt, add a corner, smooth it out. I was wondering why that wasn't erasing. That was weird. Hmm. I am taking a chance. That is the craziest thing with me moving countries and all. Whew. That's something that's getting into its last stages and it's gonna be very hectic. Let's see. Let's see. Does that look better? Thought when in doubt, make a sandwich. Let's see. And now I turn on all of the markings because there's another cool detail on this one, which is I have stripes going in between the Python. Let me turn this. There we go. I have stripes going on in between the Python, which I really, really like the look of. And stripes can technically be only on 3 sections of the body. So what I did is I had this. So I knew I could only draw in these areas that I could actually see the body because it's on the neck, the chest, and the tail. I think those are the 3 sections. So that's actually like, you can see the stripes only appear here. And let me make sure. Yeah, I gotta fix that a bit. That's the other thing that I have to refine, right, is the stripes. But you can see, yeah. I have to change the tail color, I think. Let's see. That's the under Python. These are stripes. Let me just do you Python. I think I spelled that correct. Sure did. Cool. This. I need to erase that. That's a minor problem. I need to stretch out the Python here, specifically to cover this area. Let me opacity and the Python has to be out to here, but that's easy to do, thankfully. Turn off the stripe to make sure. Here we go. Now maximize opacity, turn it off. Yeah, that is not a big deal. Right. I just need to then carve out a sliver earlier. There we go. Cool. Well, my Twitch decided to fuck up. That's not good. What did it do? There we go. I'm mostly sure that I can do this. In worst case scenario, I just do this. There we go, problem solved. And I'd rather that be floating. It shut itself down. Your ghost. Your ghost hates me. Alright, I'm actually gonna turn off Python, so yeah, there we go. Now I can better see where exactly this originates from. Let me turn this down. Let's see. Let's see. Okay. You would almost think that, yeah. Imagine having an intervention with your ghost and saying, hey, look, I know you hate this person, but they're my best friend. Please chill out. I know I'm not your best friend, but example. Do, 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 do. Exaggerating a situation to make it more entertaining. Let's see how Python lines up with that. There we go. Actually, I'll leave that. Turn off Python again. This reminds me a bit of Albatross. I don't even know if I'm saying it correctly. And when I streamed on Picardo, aka PCAT, I think I mainly used SoundCloud. Man, it's been forever ago. And I think I played that on stream. No, I didn't even have a mic at that point. Because I was playing Fuck You. That's literally what the song is called. And somebody said, "Hey, did you leave your mic on by accident?" I'm like, "No, but you're right. There is another voice singing along with it. That's not part of like the original recording." Uh, all right. Already best friends. That was fast. Yeah. Absolutely, bestie. Didn't you know that? Did I forget to inform you? I, I have never in my life called anybody bestie. Ah. Let's see. Alright, I'm gonna do a little bit of that to help me get the straight line I want. You know, I think one of the commands that I'm gonna have to do is like lost in the weeds, because I will get stuck on something and I'll go, but I want this perfect, but it doesn't need to be perfect. So I'm gonna have to think on that. Okay, turn it back off. Go. I think I missed it. I missed the in-office memo. Yeah. Don't worry. I'll resend it for sure. Absolutely. Let's see. Okay. I think I'm almost done refining these. Okay. How does this look with Python? All right, but not great. Let me split that. There we go. Just some tasteful stripes in between the splotches. I think it looks good. I like it. Ooh. Um, we just missed me spinning my pin back and forth like 5 times indecisively on what to do here. Because I kinda... Alright, where is the border? There we go. Hmm. Okay, thicken that up to give me an excuse to push this over to the side more. So I have to curve it the wrong way. Make it small. There we go. Make it small. Why are none of them? There we go. But I need these more separate than they currently are. Okay, and then I'm gonna change these. Move them up. There we go. Okay. Cool, cool, cool. Ah! Turn off the flashbang. And now over here, let me make sure. Yes. Turn off the Python. There we go. I'm essentially sharpening the sketches I already made for the stripes. Let's see. I want this. I don't like how that looks. Okay, where do I lose it? Okay, I like this. Do I like that more? Yes, but it needs something else like here. I'm gonna double check the rules to make sure I can do that. Ah! Okay. Yes, the shoot, what are they called? The Blatchkine lines? God damn it. I forget what they're called, but yes. Where essentially the two parts. Some people it's actually visible, but it's on a very, very minority because they have to have genes that are so different that it's noticeable. Some people you actually can find the stripes by looking at the hair color will change between the two stripes. We also have bioluminescent spots. It's really cool. It's just they're so faint and I think in a different color range than what we can see. But yeah, humans are also very incredible and beautiful. It's just we can't see it for some reason. Uh, makes you wonder what birds see when they look at us because of how much they want us. Ah, sure, I'm not missing anything. It's so cool. Like, I wish I could. I think that would be helpful is being able to look at a person and identify them by their spots. Ah, that would be cool. Ah, no, I don't like that. Do I want this song? I don't know. Don't think so currently. Mm. Cats can see them too? Are you serious? Ah, why can't we? Rude of nature to not give us that ability. Okay, let's see how this looks. This looks weird. Why does that look weird? Hmm. Ooh, that's what I can do is I can do a Python dot here rather than have to worry about if that is legal. I don't like how that looks from a distance. Yeah, it's not following the flow, that's why. Let me shift it over. Turn this one off. Delete. Well, I mean, it's technically permanently turning it off, I suppose. I think that'll look better. And then let me put this in here. I like how that looks better. Yes, yes, I do. Alrighty, let me do this. Yes, it sure is. Originally, I think the Oriental was at like 50, 80%, something like that. Yeah, it was more noticeable. Um, Traits. Turn off Python. Turn on Fig. Fig. Okay, so this currently is this, which I have no clue which of these things it's on. Alright, where did you come from? Here, it looks like. It's Oriental a... Yes, yes, it is a multiply. Alright, let's just try shoving this at the problem and seeing if this makes it look less like the base color. Nope, exact same. Alright, I'll actually just leave that to my friend. My friend can figure that out. My friend being the person whose character this will be. Let's see. It looks amazing. Thank you. I'm very, very happy with it. Especially because I have a lot of things just like skating the line of where they can go. Another one skating the line is, let me see. Where is it? Ah, yeah, yeah, yeah. Wait. Hang on, I'm just trying to recall. Did I mess up? Hang on. What are your genes again? Hang on. Me up Discord. Pins. I did not pin it. I misremembered that. Hang on. Here it is. You have inked, not tipped. Where did I get tipped? Huh. Alright, anyways. Inked. Oh, that's where that came from. Okay, okay. This is inked. Okay, okay, okay. So if I turn the opacity down to 50% and then I zoom in down here, some of these are skating like real close to the maximum possible here. And like right here, I'm afraid that's gonna get like barely dinged because that's just slightly out, but I don't know. I'm happy with it. Then I think my friend is gonna take some of the eye color and bring it onto like the mane and tail a bit maybe. I'm gonna show them this, see what they think. Merge visible to new layer. Cut. Yes, I'm fine with that. Jump to present. Moment. There we go. There we go. Sent. Okay. And I'll save this while I'm waiting for a reply, and I'll jump over here. So, let's see. Do I literally have anything sketched? I sure don't. Okay. Okay. So this is also going to be sketch. Okay. So for this thing, I technically have a few sketches, but they're in my other book. Hang on, I'm gonna get up and grab that book. And also, while I'm getting up, hydrate so that you do not dehydrate. I would like people to stay around as long as possible. I'm gonna do so myself as I'm walking around. There we go. All right. So, beeping, that's what I decided for that. Soon I will be able to hear again. Yes! That is awesome. Ah, there we go. Yay! Okay. Alrighty, let's see. Okay, so for the skill rend. Let's see. Right, it has to be in a specific location. I remember doing the research for it, but I forgot all of the research. Woo! Alrighty, let's see if I can find it. Not there, the other one. So the other one. Okay. Okay. That's that. That's that. Where did... No, wait, it's in my references, isn't it? It's in my references. Here. Is it my references? I could have sworn... Ah! Ah ha 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 ha! Success. Ooh, I forgot I left this open. See what friend said. They're going to take a final look once off mobile, but they're in love with it. That's awesome. So, Sparkle Heart, thumbs up, close Discord on the computer. There we go. Can't let myself get distracted by it, because I will. Alrighty. I think all of these things are based in Jordskarn because of the fact that that's the place where Rin needs to be, and I figured, yep, simplest solution is just put them all Jordskarn, all in the same place. Kidugari. Let's see. Jordskarn quest. Uh-oh. Whoa. No, this doesn't. Oh, that's medium, not. Yeah, Frostberry. What? Oh. Shoot. This isn't the one. Where do I find it? Resources. Magic and skills. Learning skills, using skills, available skills. Rend. Shoot. Ah, crap. Hang on. I can't see these messages? No! Oh my god, how rude of Twitch. Where in the world? Okay, it's gotta be one of the beginning areas, because I remember that. Zone status. Lasting Moors. West. Stunner. Oh, wait, I was in the I was in the right spot, wasn't I? Hang on. Let me quest. No. No. Plains of Messis? Quest. Negotiation. No. Shalikesh? It's probably Singing Vale. I think it's Singing Vale. No, it's Shalikesh. Okay. Okay, so it's Shalikesh, not Jordskarn. What is a creature in Shalikesh? Ah. Can't believe I remembered that incorrectly. That sucks. Okay, so I have two locations. I have Shalikesh and Jordskarn. Okay. Copy image. Paste. I am a ghost. I only exist in Saf's mind. Ooh. I mean, I could read the chat log on screen. Let me make sure I have this. Shale cache is what it looks like. So it is ESH. There we go. Down, 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 down. Okay, this one I'm going to do friend there, and then this will be B and R. I'll do that together. And R. There we go. Jordskarn. That means I do need another creature, though, sadly. That's mildly frustrating. Quickly align this. There we go. Okay, so I can't use you, but I can one of these guys. Alright. Battle fauna. Alright, you guys get to choose. Let me copy these images. Alright, there's two potential victims. There's this guy and this guy. Damn it, my ghost existence was short-lived. I've been debunked. Alrighty. So these are the two potential enemies. So which one? What do you do with that? There we go. Which one do you think that needs to get beaten up? Does that mean I can read minds? Number two, the little guy. Okay. Delete. All right. What are you called? Do 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 do. Star-nosed Yeru. Let me just do this just in case. Yeah, that's what I thought. Okay. Star-nosed Yeru. There we go. Delete, deselect, make it bigger. And flip you so that I can put you over here. And cover up the ground streak. There we go. And the berry. Alright. This down here. Alongside the Shalikesh. Turn off Jordskarn. There we go. Oh, number two left. Oh, you went the big thing. Okay, I can do that. Let me fix this. You are a Plyslope. Plyslope. Wrong thing. I did not mean to double tap. Make sure nothing's missed. Delete. Deselect. Alright, halfway through the stream. Actually, I want to see if there's like a size on them. Medium hitting beginner. Alright, close this. Alright. And close that for now. I focus primarily on sketching. There we go. Alright. Big hilly thingies. Then how do I want to do this? Because I want does it have a tail? Yes, yes it does. No, follow the motion. What kind of back feet do you have? Yeah, traditional digitigrade. I didn't know you were going to put them on the screen next to each other. No, you're fine, you're fine. That's just a timing issue. That's just... Actually, the legs are much more... that. Make this smaller. I know this seems counterintuitive, but let's see. I think it's... Oh, I forgot I did the undo button. Redo. Ooh, wrong thing. Ah, that's what I was looking for. Alrighty. KG, I think, will be joining in about 30 minutes to an hour, but in regards to this, make that smaller. Make that bigger. Okay. Getting really into the sketching. They have pretty chunky necks. And then I want the tail going like that. So now I'm seeing like the opposite hip over here, as well as the hip that's over here. Except that angle isn't quite right. But I know what I'm going for. Just, let me, wrong thing, that, not precision mode, and precision mode again. Nope, not there. Or here. There we go. What is this going off about? Okay. And then this is the motion that I'm going for. This is the spine. Except because the perspective, the hips will be covering more of the body. Don't like this sound this song right now. God damn it, that's not what I meant to do. Skip. Shuffle on. There we go. I'm gonna merge them together even. I'm gonna try and resketch this. So I want the creature to be here. Very. It's got a pretty horse-like build. The tail. I really like how I pose that, where it's. I need references. Let's see. Oh, come on. Let's try this. That's kind of the pose I want. Copy image. Let's try. Wrong thing. Because this is the curved, arched back scared thing that I'm trying to go for. It's just then I don't know what to do with the limbs. Make it more shallow. Still to the tail. It can still be this. This is why exactly I literally have music sound going dead silent trying to figure. Turn off the original sketch for now. Shrink this down. That help a bit, yes. It doesn't help that I don't do anatomy correctly. This is too large, but now I'm going in the right direction. Do as I say, not as I do with anatomy. And then the other pose that I want. Oh, no, I should actually... maybe I'll get a pose that I want. Yeah, no. There we go. Yeah, this pose. This pose is almost perfect. There we go. Oh, wrong thing. Merge them. Now opacity 20. There we go. Okay, so this one. Tiny sketch. Make it as tiny as I can get my brain follow through on. Okay, so no, awkwardly held up like this because it's mid motion. Then the other paw stretched out, almost a straight line. It does not need to go up. There we go. And then both the legs are practically on top of each other as they're pushing. Okay. Let's see. let's see if I move this one further back. And then this one further. Okay. Bit bigger. Okay. Okay, recover. Distant. Okay, but from the ground looking up. Slow gradient. With a lot of vertical striations as well as horizontal, just horizontal is different colors, vertical is streaks in the rock. Okay. Boop. Alright. Let's merge both of these down. And let's see if I can get... So I want it to be this kind of... This is the curve of one of those places. Oops. Okay. A lot of vegetation, so there's going to be a lot of grass. Maybe even tree hanging out in the background here. Then in the distance. Like that. This is another one. Then I'll let the sky be back here. Okay. Like that. I am here again. I can hear. Welcome, Z. I've been dead silent for not dead silent. I've been quiet for a bit because I've been muttering to myself about making this pose work. All right. Okay, let me see. This is a jumping pose currently, but I could make it just into a stalking pose. The raptor likes your drawing. Oh, thank you. Ah. Was it this one? Or is it the random lines that are not yet coherent? Ah. Let me fix this. This is a bit too big. Just by a tiny bit. There we go. Both. Okay. Let's see. Let me zoom out a bit so that I can select all of this because I need to shrink this. Oops, I meant to avoid grabbing the other one. There we go. Okay, let me like raise it to over here. Maybe Trying to escape up the scrabbly little thing. I like that. I think this needs to be more over here, though. Yeah. Okay. Merge. Ah. Those. There we go. Alrighty. Let me just grab a random green. Okay. Let me just do this one. Oh, haha, I don't have a new layer yet. Ooh, thankfully I noticed real early. Okay. Colors. Okay. And just get some of the basic colors down. Let me see how much of a background I can get done with essentially just one layer. To start off with, I can switch to this. There we go. Just picks a random gradient of colors around what I've selected. Okay, and then I'm going to switch to just this. I'm also going to try again I'm going to try to avoid color picking. See what that does. Especially for like this specific striation look, I think that'll be good. Up a bit so I don't have to worry about moving the screen around. Alrighty. Ooh, the sky. I forgot I need to do the sky. Alright, let me kind of going towards dusk. Let me make sure I get that thoroughly. There we go. And back to the brown color. That is not the same brown color, but this is actually very beneficial for like a pseudo lighting effect. Okay, let me get something a bit more orange. Ooh, not what I want. Hmm. There we go, that's a preferable. Then around the same height, which is around here. Make this bigger. Then I need one that's more red. Maybe darker. There we go. And I'll put that up here. Then I need a richer brown. Because this is very washed out currently, though that may be, yeah, there we go. That's why. Alright, let's solidify the colors more. V, V, E, E. There we go. Yeah, I still need, I think, a richer but darker brown. So that means more like this. Yeah, there we go. Okay. Let's see. Lighten that up just the tiniest bit. Make this a true cyan. Yep. Then just slight off-white. Okay. This is good. I don't want to do single layer though. Not, maybe I'll give it a bit more longer. Okay. What is next? Solidifying the striations. So first off, I need to get to a darker brown, make this smaller. Bigger. And then I'll try shading, because that'll probably help a bit as well. This gives me minor Gigantamaxing or Gigantamaxing from Pokemon vibes. Except I prefer that a bit more. And then something a bit more orange. Let's see, kind of like that, but darker. Let's see. Yeah, there we go. There we go. It is showing up. Okay. I'll do shading on another layer. I just want to, yeah. Go. Not the song I want for this kind of drawing. So I'm going to skip. Get the striations. And move it a bit darker again for over here. I can blend that more into here. And deeper into the red. This feels like the same song that I just skipped, even though I literally just skipped it. Is that, am I crazy? Like, I know it's not the same song because I literally watched it skip, but it feels like the same song. Alrighty. Time to try and solidify some of these edges. Turn off the sketch layer. There we go. And I kind of want it to be the opposite, so I'm going to undo. I'm still allowed to use undo. I'm just not. There we go. Okay. 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 Just blur this together a bit. Then pull this more strongly green for this over here specifically. Okay, there we go. Okay. Another layer for multiply. Okay. Let's see which color I want to. This. Let's see. I kind of want to do. If I go back over it, erasing some of these, maybe that'll do it. Let me try that. And then probably a blur. No, no, this is perfect. This is perfect. I just need to do. It just suddenly started pulling together. I'm like, yes, yes, this is exactly what I want. Let me get rid of this part. Literally coming together. Oop, that's a pin, not this. This is what I was looking for. Make it smaller. I don't feel safe doing this on the same layer. I'm going to do it on another layer. Multiply. And then this is going to be going like that. No. No. There we go. Not the song vibe I wanted. Hmm. Okay. And now I go back to this. And then suddenly it just starts pulling together. Perfect. Magic. Alrighty. Except I need to change the tone a bit. Whoa. Whoa, that is way darker. Let me pull it more towards cyan. That'll probably help. Oh, I'm the multiply layer. That would be why. There we go. Okay, perfect. Except then I need to have the edge blur. Uh, Not happy with that. Not happy with that. Something around here and around here. I pulled it way. Not happy with that. That's good enough. It's fine. I just need to blur it a bit more. All right, let's try. Make it a bit less distinct than it currently is. That's way too much though. All right, so okay. Filter, blur, Gaussian blur. Let's actually I should figure out the Gaussian blur on. Oh yeah, I am on this. Filter, blur, Gaussian blur. How much? 25? 25. Filter, blur, Gaussian blur, 25. There we go. And that seems a lot more out of focus, which is exactly the effect I want. I remember I sketched in a tree. I'll do a tree on the other layer because putting in a tree now would screw all of that up. All right, I want bark. That should be good. Sketch. Tree trunk here. Ooh, I could do. Yeah, I could do like a more like dying tree. String golden vines. It's too much detail for just a random background piece. What's a texture to play with? CVV, and then get rid of this. Huh? Okay, that's weird. My tool just suddenly had stopped working. Okay. Alright, let's put a branch here. I don't want it there. I want it here. And then how much more yellow and green? And then desaturate it a lot. Put in a bit up here. Okay. Then bring it back to this. Smaller. Lock. Transparency. So that, yep, cool. I can do very quick bark texture. Ooh. Let me pull in. Where is it? There it is, this one. The one that I customized to have slightly different colors each brush stroke. No, not happy with that. So back up to this one. Let's do a lighter one and focus that one especially over on this edge. There we go. And then I do want to go back to this one for the plant colors. Nope, do not color pick. I do remember I wanted it more towards the yellows, so I'll do this. Okay, there we go. Turn off the sketch, go to here. That looks alright. I do, however, want to do the grass better now. Alright. So I think I'm gonna do the grass on another layer because of how much it's gonna interfere with the background elements I am happy with. This is tree, but I am gonna do the grass on a solo layer. Not grass. Once more, my favorite thing, hundreds and hundreds of lines. And that's not sarcastic, that is genuinely one of my favorite things to do. It's just not line art, just fur, grass, all of that kind of things. I really, really like. I do have to be nice to my wrist. Admittedly, I do actually do better with just strokes rather than having to maintain, ooh, at some point, switched colors. She'll probably switch to doing it in just a moment. Let me flip it upside down. Yeah, this is much nicer. And once more, this is why I have music, because I will just fall dead silent for long stretches of time for pretty much no reason. Not what I want right now. Not bad, but not what I want. You're just locked in, that's good. Yes, thank you. Bye. Okay. Just adding a bit more detail to the solid lines I made before. I really like, I much prefer the scattered one that I'm doing now. There we go. Yeah, that's what I was afraid of. Okay, move that up. There we go. I'm so glad that I can move where I'm drawing around because otherwise it would be a lot more difficult to get some of these things that I need to do. And also I want to let you guys know that again, I am restraining myself. I am adding constrictions to make sure that people don't get sick because I was told before that how I draw can be a bit sickening. Because I will turn this canvas every angle possible to get the exact degree that I need to be able to do things. And that is not the best for viewability. There we go. Ooh, I already like that better. Alrighty, and now just one big wash of a color. Let's see. There we go. To homogenize these just a bit. There we go. And I'll partially erase it down here because I want these colors down here to be richer and it could be more strong up there where it's kind of needed. There we go. So I can slowly lower the intensity. There we go. Alrighty. Before I forget, shading. And I will merge these and add lighting. Ooh, let's try add glow just to start off with. Let's see. Let's try this and turn it to this. I forget. Let me. This is kind of turned into a try to use only one tool for drawing challenge as well, which not intentional. I am enjoying. I should have thought of that before I finished that. It's fine. Let's see. That's what I'm doing. I'm doing the same, draw lines, and then erase, and then suddenly at one point it'll just start pulling together, and it's just like, oh yeah, that's exactly the look I was looking for. There we go. Save. Alrighty. Homogenizing. Shading. This multiply. And actually we'll do gray deep brown. There we go. And then while I'm here, let me apply that to the undergrowth as well. There we go. And let's see, let me lighten this up. No, I don't like lightening it up. How am I gonna do this? Because I don't like how... I still want it to be darkened. That looks mostly like what I want, but let me go back under here again. And get just right up beside it. There we go. Yeah. I need to do lighting on the tree. So let me start with that before I forget. I want something lighter and kind of more yellow. Add glow. With the tree, I do a lot more smaller broken up lines. Then try to peter them out a bit as... And then this is about where it would end. Got some rim lighting. Then, there we go. I'll probably lower the intensity of this unless I get the exact look I want, which I might. I might just be able to get that. Just a bit more. Okay. I'll fill in the centers more with that later. That being the shading. There we go. Oop, not darken. Well, not color burn. Multiply. There we go. Shading. I don't want it to be the same color. I want it to be greenish. Starting off with immediately around the base where the grass is, and then traveling up. Especially There we go. I missed a spot over there. And then okay, I need to go up here. There we go. There we go. And then recenter the canvas. Let's see. There we go. Back to this and this. Just redraw a few of the lines. There we go. That's looking a little... Oh, hey Magius. Sorry, I've been very blocked in. Only missed you by a minute. That's good. Let me fix the bark color. And then let me lock. That's way too yellow. This is much more like that. There we go. Trying to get rid of the green hint over there. And then I need something much more red. There we go. So how you doing, Magius? Let's see. Do that. There we go. Good. How about you? Pretty good. Pretty good. Having fun doing a thing where I'm trying to do as many things on like as few layers as possible. For example, the grass and tree are in different layers, but aside from shading, this is all one layer. Very intimidating, but enjoyable so far. Alright, now time for the beasties, which are quite small on here now, so I think I'm gonna make them bigger. Oh, wrong thing, it's this. Make them both proportionately bigger. Let's see. Okay. I like that. Cool, cool, cool. Alright, your main color is this. I am going to color pick that because he's going to be the exception for color picking because I actually need to make sure I get that correct. So, storing this as background. I'm also, another thing that I was trying to do is avoid color picking, but for this character specifically, I have to color pick. I can't get too off base with that. I sure do. Except when I have to submit the art to somebody else. Which I kind of have to do in this case. Alright, yeah, I'll still use this for solidifying. Actually, the shoulder would be more showing up forwards. Actually, it wouldn't be really showing up at all because of the fact that it's stretched out rather than being pushed up. So actually, it's about to start arching, but I can't stop my hand from doing that, so I'm gonna let it try that. Okay, background is very distracting. Let me turn that off. Let's see. This other leg is also going to be doing that. Alright, turn off the sketch and solidify the outline more. If I ever get like a face tracker thing, it'll be interesting because in art especially, I will sometimes just tilt my head, but not like keep it tilted. I'll do it twitch. It's hard to explain. I hope you guys know what I'm talking about and I'm not insane. And it's just me trying to like check that it works, if that makes sense. We need the sketch layer on for that. Right. And this. No, time can't be turned back. Okay, and immediately I'm going to start a shading layer. So I can keep track, multiply. There we go. Ethel, yep. Alright. The light is coming from over there, so yes, a lot of this will be in shadow, in fact. In fact, that is more like to be rim lit than anything. Rim lighting. We've already listened to this song. The shuffle on YouTube does not work that well. It really does not work well. Why are you playing the same old goddamn stuff? Am I crazy? We have not gone through the playlist of 690 songs. That sounds new. No, this still sounds like a song that was playing not that long ago. Hmm. Am I crazy? Yeah, this is another song that I saw this exact same goddamn visual. Nuh-uh. Why? What? There's something wrong with this playlist. Let me. Okay. My heads are the biggest struggle that I have. Okay, no, no, no. I'm just undoing to there. That looks approximately correct. Okay. C, V, 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 E, E, E. There we go. How long have we been streaming? Almost 3 hours. Alright. I'm gonna pause on this for now. And then I want to snag my progress so far to send to... One moment. You know, I don't have that listed. Okay. Alright, I am sending this to somebody else really quick to show them that, hey, it's been a few months, but I'm still working on this. ah. Discord was almost called Bonfire. Hmm. Let's see. I owe you the art. Yes. There we go. Cool. Alright, something a lot more entertaining now. Let's see. Let me save. Uh, let's see. I'll let I'll let the dragon. I'll let the dragons fall off. Yeah, I'll do that. Alrighty, so Z, I'm going to have to grab something from our chat because I didn't save it. I usually keep a list of things, like a list of 10 things that I'm actively working on, so. Where is the bean? Here is the sick bean. Alright, where is the thing I sent? Let's see, aha. I have to, whoops, do 2. If you're looking, Z, does this look familiar? Alright, I'm gonna close these for now. I recognize this, yes! So, PNG tuber, kind of ish, yes. Maybe. Um, I hope you can see the basic idea from this. It is so messy. Alright. Resting. Alright. Walking. Alright. And then... Okay. So I'm gonna want like 3 folders here. This song already played. And am I insane? I feel insane. This song literally already played. It keeps doing this on the playlist too. I feel insane. I know, Z, but I'm just, it's confusing me. It's very baffling. So I'm like, how out of 690 songs does it keep going back to songs that I've already listened during this stream? Talking. Resting. Shared. Okay. Sketch. Sketch. Base. 50. Right. I also need to do another thing. It's called eyes. Eyes. There we go. Now if I turn this off, it's darker. I managed to repair my aux cable by soldering a new plug onto it, which is awesome because I can't solder to save my life. Hey, congrats! What's it called? 8 graves. Let me see. Zach Mercy and CRVN Nobody. That's what this song is called. Yeah, awesome. Like, genuinely, congrats. Interesting, thank you. Yes, yes. It is a bug. I'm glad I'm not insane. Alright, so this is another 50%, and then this is the similarity. So actually, I should put this under sketch. Okay. Alright, for the sketch, I made sure to keep everything here the same, as well as the limbs and the pile. So now I'm not doing my challenge one, so I'm going to not be not color picking. I'm going to allow color picking now. This song I have heard already. I swear to God, YouTube, please. There is 690 songs. I swear. Okay. Someone from the beginning of the stream, yeah. I'm so glad I'm not crazy because this has made me feel very crazy. Actually, it's this color, kinda, with a bunch of this color all over. I just need to get the idea across. Okay, now I turn these off. I'm sorry. This looks so goofy. Okay. Eh, just decapitated myself. It's fine. I sure do have decapitation as a running theme today. All right. All right, now to turn this sketch actually into something. I'm actually going to turn these two back on because I want to see. Okay. I'm going to actually erase that. There we go. It's going to be curved. Okay, and then the tail is actually going to be splitting here. I know it's purposeful. Except I need to make sure those match up because otherwise that looks bad. I reached for my glasses even though I haven't worn glasses in like over a year now. And I'm not exaggerating. It's been over a year now. This is a new song. I want to say I had a funny idea that I'm not sure if I'm going to go with, where instead of the head going from position A to position B here, the head goes from position A here up to here, position B, and I'm breathing fire. It sounds like neon. It is neon. Let me. Yeah, neon-y. Save. Oh, right. I haven't saved this yet. I need to save this. Save as. Where do I put you? Streaming. Art. Streaming. PNG tuber. Dash Dragon, just in case. Crazy that that's copyright free. They are indie, but they have had mainstream songs. Oh, that's cool. Yeah, no, it is in CS, no copyright sounds. It's right there. Yeah, copyright free music. That's cool. Hang on. I need to go in my room to grab a reference. Because actually, technically, somebody else created my full dragon form. that somebody being KG. So, too bad KG's not in the chat right now. Ow. Okay. So I have to essentially bring a whole last painting out so I can look at that for my reference. Uh, it's really fucking cool art too. Like, I'm not gonna be streaming for much longer, but I wanted to make sure I get this correct. Mm, like, I might show you a picture of this after stream Z, because it's really goddamn cool, and I want to share with more people. But I don't want to share it on stream to like just a bunch of strangers that might steal it to whatever. Because I again, these streams are being uploaded to YouTube, and maybe one day I blow up, then a bunch of people watch old things, and then they find it. I'd rather not risk that. Yeah, sure, awesome. There we go. That's much better. I cannot chibi for the life of me, so I'm just doing full detail. Not full detail, but there we go. That neck is pretty short, but that's fine. Alright, let me see. Yeah, this is technically into stream time. So I'm going to shove that in here, turn those off. That's the progress I've made so far. Let me put this on top and then turn these back on. There we go. Alright. This is what I've totally been working on all stream. Oh, the proportions are gonna need so much tweaking. Oh. But yeah, I'm gonna call it here. Pause the music. There we go. Alrighty. Next week is going to be more Void Begets Life. And yeah, I don't remember what past me's instructions was for future me, but future me will figure it out. Thank you for the stream. Yes. I want to thank everybody, whether watching this now or in the future. And I hope you guys have a good day, evening, night, life, existence. And yeah, that was a lot of fun. Thank you guys for being here and vibing with me and making sure I'm not insane because of the music. Anyways. So yeah, bye guys. I did the good evening nightlife existence thing. I think so, yeah. So then, yeah. Bye, guys. Bye, bye, bye.